Yeah, both.
Okay, here we are. Good evening and warm welcome once again to what is clearly the most interactive exercise that we have seen in mainstream media over a prolonged period of time. It's been a while since we developed a model like this where you and I could end up, well, being face to face with each other, talk to Bhupin. We're live. That's the name of the series that we have unleashed. We've launched over the last 2 weeks. We've looked at all kinds of subjects in this lockdown period. We've looked at, well, who is to blame. We've looked at who is the person who should be held responsible, chiefly for exactly what is going on. Today, I want to specifically look at one subject. Today, I specifically want to look at exactly what is it that needs to be done in our country to get even with this corona pandemic. We want to specifically look at Indore, one of the cleanest cities in the country, the cleanest city in the country, so close to Mumbai, was supposed to be, well, a big financial hub of sorts, close to Mumbai. But look at the reality of Indore. Indore today is in danger of becoming India's latest corona hotspot. So what we want to look at today is what has happened that suddenly this great town, this commercial town, is now resembling the biggest challenge. It started off with Delhi, went to Mumbai, and now Indore. Indore is quite clearly the biggest battleground, the biggest challenge right now as we speak for authorities. Look at what's going on. Over 800 positive cases just from the city of Indore. If Madhya Pradesh was to be looked at as an island, and if Madhya Pradesh as a state was to be looked at as a place which was beginning to, well, be a bit of a challenge for authorities, Indore is a place where we really need to focus on relentlessly. People have died, human lives have been lost. First Indian city now. The authorities have decided that each and every citizen needs to be screened. So a city of 30 lakh people, 30 lakh citizens of Indore are now going to be screened for this coronavirus. My question tonight is this: could this step not have been taken a little earlier in the day? If 30 lakh citizens of Indore today are suddenly looking at what has happened to their life, and why is it? Why is it that, well, we did not know what is it that was really staring at us in our faces? Are we to say that what was happening, what was staring at us in our faces, was actually a very simple thing? It was political greed. Rashid Kidwai, well-known columnist, is live with us. Dr. Anand is live with us as well. We'll be joined by various guests right through the program. I want you to take a good hard look at exactly what became the story of Madhya Pradesh. Now, Rashid would know this for sure. Earlier, Avatar, it's funny, it's ironic that while I was on TV, we were looking at the story of how Kamal Nath had to be faced by Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Now, what we've done, and this we do here on this broadcast, our Talk to Bhupen series, is that, Rashid, we want to speak specifically on the basis of data. So what my producers have done is that they've worked out this map. और आनंद जी, मैं चाहूंगा आप भी इस मैप को जरा ध्यान दें, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं इंदौर की जो असलियत है ना, देखिए, इंदौर की असलियत इस मैप में छुपी हुई है. I also want to welcome Suchitra Krishnamurthy, a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, and someone who's taken great fascination to what we're doing at Talk to Bhupen. Suchitra, you can hear me loud and clear?
Yes, hello.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in, Suchitra. I'll come to you in a moment. I'm on a political part right now, Suchitra, and I'll ask you to weigh in as well.
Yeah.
Because we created this map, and I hope you can see this map. Yeah. Look at what was happening in the city of Indore. Not very far off, Suchitra, by the way, from where you are in Mumbai.
Yeah.
On the 21st of March, when Kamal Nath had just resigned, what was the story of Corona and what was the story of Madhya Pradesh? This chart gives you a very, very interesting figure. So 21st to the 23rd of March, Parliament was on. 25th of March, the first lockdown is imposed in India. On the 21st of March, well, Madhya Pradesh, nobody's speaking about it in the context of Corona pandemic. Now you see how the story very quickly picks up. From roundabout zero, Corona was a hot talking point across India. But in Madhya Pradesh, the hot talking point was, मामा जी को गद्दी कैसे मिले? शिवराज जी कैसे कितनी जल्दी कमलनाथ जी की जगह जाके बैठ जाएं? कोरोना है तो क्या है? कोरोना है तो क्या है? कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, क्योंकि उस वक्त गद्दी की जरूरत थी. So what was happening was that this lockdown, which could have been imposed a lot earlier. That did not happen. So Rashid, I want to begin with you first, Rashid. Look at this. Look at the story. Look at the story, Rashid, of Indore and Madhya Pradesh. 434 cases in the last 2 days. Here we are, as we come towards the end of April. I'm saying if between the 15th and 17th of April, 434 cases, a total of 1,164 cases. Does it mean that actually the people of Madhya Pradesh are paying a price for this great tussle which was playing out between the BJP and the Congress party?
Absolutely, Bhupen. There are no two views about it. The gravity of crisis in Indore and partly even in Bhopal, it calls for actually Bhilwara type of model. What did people in Bhilwara do? I mean, the local administration, they were able to anticipate this crisis that was that happened. But the manner in which they went about it, that entire, and mind you, this was not a big, later on people started talking about Bhilwara model, but it was done in anticipation of things. What was the looking like a very grim scenario, or what people did in Kerala. These are the things that Madhya Pradesh could have done. Whereas there was a whole this fascination for do it yourself kind of methodology that was adopted. One chief minister, one chief secretary. They thought they can do everything together. It doesn't happen that way. You need accountability. You need administration. You need to act fast. Now some kids are coming, tests are being, sent to Delhi, all those things. I mean, it's a pity that, Shivraj has been chief minister for 15 long years. What was he doing? You look at the whole, kind of, health infrastructure. And I'm not taking a political position here. See, Kamal Nath is equally guilty. I mean, you're holding IFI award and all those kind of things. But, the whole thing about health was neglected. I mean, Corona was there from, January onwards. Everyone knew about it. There was very little was done to check that. Kamal Nath is saying his government fell because of a political thing, and Corona was not acknowledged. But fact of the matter is, he is also guilty of it.
Okay, I also want to extend a warm welcome to another friend of ours, Raj Nayak, a well-known voice in the world of entertainment from the city of Mumbai. Was formerly associated with Colors, and now he's running his own production house, House of Cheer. Welcome, Raj. Hope you can hear us. Always yes, good, my friend, to have you.
I hope you can see me. I hope you can see me.
We
Hi, Raj. We normally.
So Chitra is there. Chitra is there. Raj is there.
Yeah.
Raj, we can't see you. Raj, I think you need to get the screen right in front of you. But Anandji is there as well, and I think Anandji's just walked away. But just to stay with the story, Raj, now I can see you. You've disappeared again. We'll try and fix that in a moment. But just to stay with Rashid, and just to settle this argument, Rashid, ये कहाँ होता है रशीद भाई कि एक इतना बड़ा प्रदेश है, उस प्रदेश का मुखिया है, मुख्यमंत्री है, लेकिन मुझको ये बताइए, आपके प्रदेश में ना हेल्थ मिनिस्टर है, आपके प्रदेश में जिस बड़े पैमाने पर, इतने बड़े पैमाने पर जो ब्यूरोक्रेसी जो आ गई है। अच्छा, आनंद जी आ गए। आनंद जी से पूछता हूँ, रशीद, कम बैक टू यू। आनंद जी, ये बताइए मुझको आप कि हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल कि इतने बड़े प्रदेश में, आपके प्रदेश में ना कोई हेल्थ मिनिस्टर है। मुझे बताया जा रहा है कि करीबन 40% जो प्रदेश की ब्यूरोक्रेसी है, वो ब्यूरोक्रेसी कोरोना वायरस से इंपैक्ट हो गई है। तो ये चल क्या रहा है मध्य प्रदेश में सर? ये
देखिए क्या हुआ कि जैसे ही करीब फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ जो मार्च है ना, उसके बाद ये सब गतिविधियां शुरू हो गई कि सरकार गिराई जानी है। कोई बीजेपी अपने विधायकों को मानेसर ले गई, कांग्रेस जयपुर ले गई, है ना, कुछ लोग बैंगलोर चले गए। तो पूरा मीडिया का जो फोकस है वो पॉलिटिकल हो गया, और ये कि सरकार किसकी बनती है, और पूरा जो ब्यूरोक्रेसी है, जो एसपी हैं, जो कलेक्टर हैं, उनको बस ये हो गया कि सरकार जाती है तो हम लोग यहाँ से हट जाएंगे, और अब जो सरकार आएगी उससे हम कैसे गोटी बिठाएं अपनी। तो उनका जो पूरा फोकस है वो पूरा बजाय कोरोना के, पूरा फोकस उनका पॉलिटिकल हो गया कि अब हमारा करियर क्या होगा। तो कोरोना को लेकर जो तैयारियां चल रही थी थोड़ी बहुत, जो वो भी सब खत्म हो गई। और जो पहला केस 31 जनवरी को हमारे यहाँ 2 सस्पेक्ट थे जो वुहान से आए थे, मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स, उनको एडमिट किया गया था और उनके टेस्ट भी किया गया था। टेस्ट उनका नेगेटिव आया था खैर। लेकिन मुझे जो लगता है कि जो प्राइम रीजन है कि क्यों हुआ, जो 4400 लोग जिनकी ट्रेवल हिस्ट्री थी, जो फॉरेन से आए, या जो बड़े शहरों से फ्लाइट से आए थे, उनका जो टेस्ट किया जा रहा था वो सिर्फ थर्मल स्कैनर से किया जा रहा था, और थर्मल स्कैनर सिर्फ टेम्परेचर नापता है, और कोरोना के संक्रमण के करीब 7वें दिन बुखार आता है। तो वो जो 7 दिन का पीरियड है जिसमें आप एसिम्प्टोमेटिक रहते हो, वो सारे लोगों को पोर करते गए नीचे, वो लोग अपना जाते रहे, और कई सारे लोगों ने उस बीच में भी पैरासिटामोल लेकर अपना टेम्परेचर डाउन कर लिया, जिससे कि उनको क्वारंटाइन नहीं होना पड़े, या उनको वो बच गए प्रशासन से। और जब प्रशासनिक अमला या स्वास्थ्य का अमला जब इन रसूखदारों लोगों के घर गया और उनको बोला कि ये पोस्टर हम आपके घर लगा रहे हैं, आपको 14 दिन तक क्वारंटाइन रहना है, तो उन लोगों ने मना कर दिया। उन लोगों ने, इवन कई पत्रकारों ने डिफेंड किया कि नहीं, आप हमारे घर के आगे मत लगाइए, पहले शिवराज सिंह चौहान के घर के सामने लगाइए, कमलनाथ के घर के सामने लगाइए, या कलेक्टर के घर के सामने लगाइए। तो इस तरीके से इन कोऑपरेशन हुआ, और ये इन कोऑपरेशन सिर्फ इलिटरेट मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी की तरफ से नहीं हुआ, पढ़े लिखे आईएएस लोगों की तरफ से भी हुआ। उन लोगों ने भी अपने बच्चों को छुपाया, उनकी ट्रेवल हिस्ट्री छुपाई। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जो लापरवाही है मध्य प्रदेश को भारी पड़ गई।
Rashid, I mean, it's one thing to say कि मध्य प्रदेश को लापरवाही भारी पड़ गई, but I'm looking at, Rashid, the loss of life. I'm looking at the number of positive cases. This kind of a scenario, is it just plain political greed? Was this just plain political part, which is really chiefly responsible for this?
I think, Bhupen, the real problem is that, we have not understood the implication and gravity of this crisis, because people are looking at it, see that what Dr. Anand was saying he was absolutely right. There is a sense of this thing, a stigma attached to this, quarantine, and that, the people are, asked to go for self-quarantine, and they're trying to, like, the criminals try to, jump bail. This kind of tendency was there. And Shivraj Singh Chauhan, I think, politically was unable to involve, communities. And by communities, I do not mean religious communities. I'm saying that, all those people, they were not kind of trained and involved. So therefore, you see, the whole thing was that people should have come forward their own. Rich, poor, educated, uneducated, but somehow something was lacking. And it's like that anti-CA protest, people were for and against. And local administration was seen as someone which is, kind of perpetuating this, hunting them down and bringing them to hospital, some kind of coercion. So I think that's where a sense of, dialogue, a kind of unity was missing at societal level. And that proved extremely costly.
I want to bring in Suchitra Krishnamurthy and Raj Nayak into the session. And Raj, I wanted to take a look at this video. I don't know if you've had a look at this video, because it will tell you exactly what is the challenge that is being confronted by us. This video was shot in Indore city itself, by the way. Here we're talking about Indore and just how bad the situation is. Take a look at this video, Raj. Just take a look at what was happening in Indore just a few weeks back, where citizens in Indore were busy attacking health officials. They were busy attacking doctors. And the chief minister who had just taken over, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, decided to slap NSA, National Security Act, against these individuals. Now, on one hand, we talk about economy, we talk about just how bad the situation is. But then on the other, when you look at this great contrast which exists, there on one hand, the desire to be in power, sit on the gaddi, and not being in a position to look after these kind of cases. Does it make you uneasy? Have we really dealt with the corona pandemic well politically, according to you,
Raj? I don't think there are straight answers to this. Let me put it, and I'm not trying to be politically correct. Let me get it right. First of all, attacking doctors and health workers and anything is a no-no. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. And I don't know why it happened. It shouldn't have happened. But I think, the situation is such, people are fed up and people don't know what to do. They are scared. And so there are two sides to every story. Having said that, if you look at the political leadership in terms of certain things, I think they've done a great job. In my opinion, the lockdown came at the right time. Probably should have come a little bit earlier, but it came at the right time. But having said that, I don't think we have thought through the whole thing. Most of the decisions we are taking, both at the center and state, I know the intent. You should look at the intent behind decisions. I think the intent has always been good, to do the right thing for the people of this country. But sometimes, when you're in a very senior position, you make decisions. And sometimes the decisions may not be 100% perfect. But what you need to quickly do is do course correction. I think that course correction hasn't happened the way it has to happen. And somewhere I feel there's this state center kind of a thing. It's the coordinated approach doesn't seem to be there the way it should have been done. Even though it is seeming to be done, at least it's not being seen that way. But it's important. I think one of the biggest thing here, at least I can speak for the state of Maharashtra, the communication has been very good. At least the Chief Minister has been extremely direct in his communication. And of course, we are one of the states that's highly impacted as well. But having said that, I think the center has done enough. I would say the center has done quite a bit, but not probably enough in many areas.
That's the key.
Especially,
Can I speak here? Can
that
I?
would be better.
Yes, Suchitra.
Yes, I think, you know what, I genuinely think that the lockdown was imposed in a timely fashion. Things happened in a timely
Very good. Yeah,
fashion.
correct.
But there's one thing we're not taking into account is that the people are not used to the notion of somebody looking after them. So when you're telling them they have to stay indoors, they have to do this, they as a people, they don't have the capacity to understand that this is for their own good. They see it as another form of tyranny, as another form of exploitation. I think that took a while to sink in, which is why they had started attacking the doctors. They started, I mean, there was of course there was that exception, crazy incident of the cop's hand being cut off, but also for the public to actually understand that, hey, the government is doing this for our good. Because mind you, prior to this, nobody in India, not even the elite, has ever felt that the government is doing something for the people. This is the first time they're actually feeling that the government, the state government, the central government, they're acting in a cohesive and in an efficient manner to actually do something that's for the people, that's for all of us. Otherwise, we've always had this notion the government is looking after themselves and their pockets. We don't see governance, we don't see development.
Suchitra, I've got a graphic, and I know Rashid wants to come in.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to put Madhya Pradesh and the story of Indore in the context of whether we've got this battle against corona pandemic absolutely right. Now look at this graph. In the whole state of Madhya Pradesh, as we speak, 1,164 cases, confirmed cases, out of which 1,039 are active cases. Now, do you know what, Suchitra? Out of these 1,039 cases, 60.74, 60%, more than 50%, meaning 1 out of every 2 cases, which has been tested positive, is coming only from Indore. Now, this is the same place where we just played the video also where people are attacking doctors. This is the same state where, as we speak, you don't have a health minister. So I'm just trying to understand, have we completely not looked at the political side of this battle against corona so far? I agree with you. Lockdown was essential. I agree. But behind this lockdown, behind this seeming move that everything is in control, is there a sinister political battle also which we perhaps haven't
There's
really
a sinister political I don't know if it's sinister, but I don't think, I think the politicians are for the first time having to, pull up their socks and do some actual real work for the people and, deliver for the people. And they're not accustomed to that. So just as the people are not being accustomed to being looked after, the politicians are not accustomed to actually doing something with empathy and real goodness. So I think it's a learning curve for everybody. It's a learning curve for the whole world, really. Mind you, in the West, they have health systems in place, they have welfare, they have everything chalked out. In India, it's never existed. So when common people are being told, bhai aap ghar mein raho, aapko pagar nahi milega, hum aapko khana bhejenge, they don't believe khana milega unko. Do you get it? So when they believe that आप घर में बैठो वो खाना मिलेगा, आपका गैस आएगा, आपका सब आएगा, when they start believing in the system, this rioting, this attacking of police, this attacking of doctors and everything, will stop. But for we've never been able to believe that the government actually works for us, whether we're elite or whether
Rashid,
with the poor, it's even worse.
Rashid, a straight political, this is on coming from Facebook. And both on Periscope and Facebook, or people asking a lot of questions. Anurag Lal is on my Facebook feed. And what Anurag wants to know is this: why is no cabinet being formed in Madhya Pradesh? Is BJP not confident of holding on to its MLAs? Or is president's rule now a solution? Rashid.
Well, I don't think president rule is being considered. Again, this is a political thing. See, the whole thing about that oath-taking ceremony, we have our own, constitutional system. You need, presence of governor, presence of MLAs, presence of MLAs, families. ministers who are taking oath. So it will be a gathering, even if you go, try to, there is no such thing as it can be done on video, because, every minister has to be physically present, and, before governor and then chief minister's presence and presence of dignitaries. No, we have not politically, they have not thought of these things. So these are all some practical problems are there.
Are you trying to imply that this ceremony is going to still go through? That's just atrocious.
It cannot be. You cannot have, I'm sorry, but Bhupen knows I'm a political journalist. It cannot take place without, presence of at least, 40 people or so. So this is a problem. This has to be thought about. Maybe, 2 ministers can take oath every day, and then it can go on, something like that for a week. I mean, that will look quite ridiculous, but these are the things that, they need to be done, but nobody's thinking about it. And more importantly, what you were saying earlier, I want to make this thing that, you see, there is lot of, psychological or say the mental, problem people have, in the sense both the elite as well as, the poorest of the poor, that they don't see this, local administration or police or for that matter, even health workers in a very positive light. And Bhupen, you have covered Shaheen Bagh, so you know much better than me that, you see, there is a 2014 onwards, and after this and Pro and anti-CAA protest, there is lot of trust deficit between administration and section of society. So people think there's some kind of enemies there. A 75-year-old woman or a man is being dragged and put in self-quarantine, and there is a kind of stigma. So लोगों को लगता है कि उन्हें कुछ मतलब फंसाया जा रहा है, वो उसमें फंस जाएंगे. Nobody is looking at it that it's for their own good.
They're not looking at it with empathy. They're looking at, in the afflicted as enemies, which is
maybe some kind of counseling is required at macro level, actually.
But Suchitra, Suchitra, I put another graph, and I want all of you to look at this graph. I want to bring in Raj for a moment on this one. Raj, this is the story which came in the local press in Indore way back in the first week of April. And look at what it says. Corona प्रभावित इलाकों के 4 कब्रिस्तान 6 दिन में 127 जनाजे, पूरे मार्च में 130 थे. This is the first week of April, first week of this month. Now, the manner in which the number of these cases have gone up, and at a time when I've got another special guest, Rohit Datta, who, by the way, was one of the first people who got impacted by this virus, and we'll speak to him, and he's now recovered. I'm just trying to understand, Raj, in this country, do we really know the seriousness? We've gone in for a lockdown, but do we really know the seriousness of what we are up against, Raj?
See, Madhya Pradesh is an aberration when you take the whole country. I mean, I think that's one thing. But having said that, I don't think the seriousness of this whole coronavirus has trickled down in people's heads. I mean, I think even, we are a privileged class who are sitting here in our homes, have access to computers, and we are doing this live broadcast that's happening. But there are thousands and millions of people who don't have a home, who don't have food to eat, who are scared, wanting to go back to their hometowns. I don't think we've thought it through. And I think that's a big challenge. And there are a lot of arguments, but I know a lot of people who've flown in their children from abroad because, for the simple reason they wanted safety, they wanted to be with their parents. I mean, first of all, we shouldn't be calling them migrant laborers, because I'm also a migrant in a city like Mumbai.
All of us are.
All of us are.
Yes.
So I don't know why this tag of migrant laborers. But having said that, the fact is they are scared. They want to go home. And I think the state and the center government must make facilities for them to go home, even if it's opening up for 2 days, only for them. Private buses or special trains or whatever it is. And in villages, they can be quarantined. Everything can be taken care of, because you can't have people living in cities in 20 people in a room, stacked in a room with a common toilet. I mean, really,
I think
we are
Maharashtra
very
is
privileged.
making those arrangements, but a lot of the problem is also that the villages are now so scared. Like my maid was telling me that they are so scared that they are not allowing their relatives to come back. They feel that they'll come from the cities and infect them, so they're not allowing them back.
No, they may not go back home.
It works in many ways,
No, they may not go back home, but in the village, they can have a quarantine place where they can be quarantined and then released from there to go home.
Raj, what do you think? Raj, may I just request you to once again, I think you've not flipped your camera because your video is on, but your camera, I think, is not flipped on. So you need to reveal yourself, Raj. Let us look at you. But what do you make out of the economic response to, and Suchitra was obliquely referring to it, Raj. The RBI governor does a press conference. Here I am in Uttarakhand. I'm right now in Bhimtal, Raj. And let me tell you, the kind of unease, the kind of scare which I am witnessing and sensing on minds of all people who are all around me. I mean, I really don't know whether there are any quick fix solution. What do you think the government can really do at this stage to deal with the economic impact of what we're confronted with?
I mean, I don't know how many days it is, but where is for the small sector, for SMEs and small businesses, where is the stimulus? Where, I was reading about Justin Trudeau in Canada. You should just go through his tweets. I mean, yesterday he did another tweet, right? Basically saying, we've got your back. $40,000, you can apply for a loan for small businesses, no interest. And if you pay within 2 years, you even get a 25% discount. The biggest problem for everybody today is nobody knows what is going to happen. It's very blurry. Let's be very clear. It's very blurry. And for a lot of companies, cash flow is a huge problem. And especially for entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs. On one side, we said, we need to fuel entrepreneurship in this country, Stand Up India or Startup India and things like that. But today, when they need support, I haven't seen anything being announced in this direction as of today, at least.
Okay, so that's that's Suchitra and Raj both. I've got a very special guest today. Here is Raj, and Raj's point is valid that we need to look at the economic implications. But as the Prime Minister said, "Jaan hai to jahan hai, jaan hai jahan bhi hai." I mean, I have decided to move on from TV and come here exactly for this reason. Jaan hai to jahan hai. Truth be told, for the first time in my life, I started to ask this question to myself. That what is it I'm doing? If I'm going to the studios, if I'm going outside, am I helping the cause of
the Prime Minister is absolutely correct. But having said that, you have to also think through as to how we are going to tackle this over the next whatever period of time. And you need to give assurance to people. People are scared. Even small businesses are scared. When even you gave a moratorium on EMIs and loans, you're charging interest. So what does it, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. A lot of people I know were so happy and they said, oh shit, thank God I don't have this burden of paying my EMI. And then they got to know that interest is going to be charged. And then when they calculated, I mean, it wasn't.
I think all businesses should have shut down. I think the stock market should have shut down, I think more serious measures should have been taken than needed to be taken. And instead of everybody asking celebrities how much they were contributing, we should be asking the government to give us details on their spend. It's ultimately the government's responsibility to look after its people. It is not Amitabh Bachchan's and Shah Rukh Khan's and Ambani's responsibility to do charity and look after people. It is the government's responsibility. So definitely, I think we need to ask more questions on where. So Tata is giving 500 crores. So we want to know where that's being spent. Of course, I'm sure it's a lot is being done, but I think accountability and answerability is vital.
Good point, Suchitra, and that's why this Talk to Bhupen series, and that's why this broadcast across all social media platforms, because I want citizens. We want citizens to be involved. We want citizens to be asking these questions, what you're raising. Rohit Datta is there. Suchitra, I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions for him. I was having a long chat with Suchitra, and we were talking about life and how life will be post-corona. So Rohit bhai, firstly, bahut aapko badhai and my compliments to you, my congratulations. You've come out. Raj and Suchitra, Rohit is one of those first people in India who got impacted by this coronavirus. And he quarantined himself. He looked after himself. And look at him. Today he's well. He's hale and hearty. So Rohit, tell all our viewers your story. How did you... Tell me firstly that moment when you realized that you had tested positive for corona. Kya hua? Aapke dimag mein kya hua tha? Ye bataiye.
First and foremost, hello everybody.
Hello.
And what a pleasure to be sharing views with you all. Actually, first moment was really very scary. But sorry, I'll take my words back. It was not very scary. Actually, I had gone to the hospital on the 29th of February to get myself checked. And government got the report that Delhi's first corona patient has arrived. And the best part was that they did not share it with me. मुझसे छुपा के रखा, मगर मुझे they shifted from me from Raman और लोहिया hospital to Safdarjung. मैंने जाते लोगों से पूछा जो वहां पे डॉक्टर्स थे कि मैम अब 4 लोगों को शिफ्ट कर रहे हो, हम में से कोई तो पॉजिटिव है. तो उन्होंने बोला कि सर वो दूसरा आदमी जो डीकैथलॉन में है ना वो पॉजिटिव है. try and understand. See, ये रात को अगर पता चल जाता ना, it would have been very difficult. हम लोग सब देखते हैं अक्सर रात को ही दांत में दर्द भी सब रात को ही होती है generally. It is really difficult. They broke it to, मगर जब तक मैं hospital पहुंचा, before that a team of doctors went to my home. Then at around 10:30 in the night, they came to my home just to understand what is the scenario, how many people are at home. जब वो लोग आए तो मुझे समथिंग फिशी लगा, मगर मैंने अपने दिल को ये मना लिया कि यार जो बाकी 3 लोग हैं ना मेरे साथ एम्बुलेंस में, वो लोग सब बैचलर्स हैं, उनका कोई भी परिवार नहीं था, तो शायद इसलिए मेरे पास आए हैं. बट somehow वो फील आ गई थी कि 50% ये लग रहा था यार कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. बट नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग जब 3 डॉक्टर आए और उन्होंने बोला रोहित प्लीज बैठो, जैसे ही उन्होंने बोला बैठो, मैंने कहा रोहित दत्ता तेरा काम हो गया.
तो आपने किया क्या रोहित भाई? What I want to know is this. Once you realize, जब आपको पता चल गया कि साहब अभी तो कोविड हो गया, अब एक और when I was in my TV avatar, in my TV studio, we had said, there is some big pandemic which has happened. I was just looking at Indore city and I'm saying, well, 434 cases, spread over the last 2 days. What did you think? You thought that life was over at that moment?
No, not at all. Honestly, not at all. देखो डॉक्टर्स तो मुझे बोला रोहित बैठो, मैंने बैठने से मना कर दिया. मैंने कहा नहीं सर, आप भी तीनों खड़े हो, मैं भी खड़ा हूं, आई विल टेक इट. मगर सेकंड थिंग जो उनकी आई, वो कहते रोहित ऑल कफ एंड कोल्ड स्टार्ट्स विद कोविड. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, जो आपको कफ एंड कोल्ड है रोहित, वो जो इट स्टार्ट्स, मतलब एवरीथिंग हैज अ कोविड. इस पे 2-4 दिन आपको एक्स्ट्रा लगेंगे ठीक होने में. ये इट वॉज सच अ थिंग कि मुझे वो मेरे मतलब देखिए, मरीज को पॉजिटिविटी चाहिए होती है, अगर आप पॉजिटिव नहीं हो तो आप गए. एंड एवरीबडी न्यू दवाई कोई है नहीं, दवाई कोई है नहीं. मैंने उसको पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड में लिया. अब दूसरी चीज जो उन्होंने अच्छी करी, मुझे उन्होंने सोचने का टाइम ही नहीं दिया भूपेंद्र जी. They just told me, Rohit, now tell me, you had come to India on the 25th से 29th तक आप किस से मिले. वो जो 1 घंटे में उन्होंने लिस्ट बनाई, उसके अंदर सारा स्ट्रेस ही चले गया. अब स्ट्रेस अपने से हटके कि तू तो मरने वाला है, वो चले गया कि जो लोगों से मैं मिला हूं, कि वो जो लोगों से मैं मिला हूं वो बच जाए बेचारे. अदरवाइज अंडरस्टैंड भूपेंद्र भाई, अदरवाइज जो गिल्ट है ना, गिल्ट मार देती है आदमी को.
No, but you need a conscience to have guilt, I know people who had fever. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're just hiding the fact that they have fever and this and that. So you need a conscience to have guilt. And I think people there are a lot of people who didn't, who traveled.
They are suffering. They are suffering also. I know somebody who was hiding inside their house in Delhi, a family of 4. One has passed away day before yesterday.
Oh my God.
So आप जितनी जल्दी जाओगे, I've been saying all over, जितनी जल्दी डॉक्टर के पास जाओगे उतनी जल्दी बचोगे.
आनंद जी, एक मिनट आनंद जी को लेता हूँ. रोहित भाई एक मिनट. आनंद जी देखिए मध्य प्रदेश से जुड़े हुए हैं और we were trying to look at the story of मध्य प्रदेश. अब आनंद जी देखिए, एक और रोहित जी क्या कहते हैं, that अगर आप छुपाओगे तो फंसोगे. अब मध्य प्रदेश में देखिए,
that's a very important thing to spread. That's a very important message to give out.
Yeah, you can't be hiding. This is not something.
You need transparency at this moment more than anything else.
Yeah.
Absolute transparency. But Raj, I wanted to listen to Anand, because Anand will tell you exactly what is happening. Bureaucracy में क्या हो रहा है आनंद भाई? मध्य प्रदेश की bureaucracy में क्या है? सच है कि वहां पर 40% सुन रहा हूँ, 40% of bureaucracy in Madhya Pradesh is being impacted by this virus?
नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं है. करीब 10-20 IAS और हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट के करीब 60-70 ऑफिसर्स और 8-10 IAS जो हैं इससे अफेक्ट हुए. उसका कारण कि जो प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी हेल्थ है, उनका बच्चा यूएस से आया था और उन्होंने उसको छुपाया ट्रेवल हिस्ट्री, और जब सिम्टम्स आने लगे तब भी उन्होंने अपने आप को क्वारंटाइन नहीं किया और वो मीटिंग्स अटेंड करती रही. और बाद में जब उनको बोला गया कि आप क्वारंटाइन हुए, तब भी वो एक प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल में चले गए बजाय कोविड हॉस्पिटल के. तो एक ग्रीन हॉस्पिटल को उन्होंने इन्फेक्ट कर दिया 2 IAS ऑफिसर ने, जबकि एक चिरायू मेडिकल कॉलेज है वो स्पेशली डेडिकेटेड था कोविड के लिए, वहां उनको जाना था. तो बड़े लोग जो स्टैंडर्ड सेट करेंगे, IAS लोग और जो ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनको देखकर आप सोच सकते हैं कि जो छोटे लोग हैं वो उसको वही अनुसरण करेंगे जो वो देखेंगे कि ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. और इंदौर का सीन थोड़ा सा अलग था. जिस तरीके से यहाँ NRC और CA का प्रोटेस्ट था, तो जो मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी है उसमें जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, मोदी गवर्नमेंट है, और जो बीजेपी है, उनके साथ बहुत ज्यादा ट्रस्ट गैप था, बहुत ही ज्यादा। उनको ऐसा लग रहा था कि ये वो सरकार है जो हमको डिटेंशन सेंटर में भेज रही है और हमको पाकिस्तान भेज देगी। और उन्होंने क्वारंटाइन सेंटर्स को इक्वेट किया डिटेंशन सेंटर से। जब बसेस जाती थी तो उनको ऐसा लगता था अब हमको डिटेंशन सेंटर ले जा रहे हैं और वहां हमको कोविड के या कोरोना के इंजेक्शन लगाए जाएंगे और हम मुसलमानों के खिलाफ है ये कोरोना। और जितने भी केसेस शुरू में जब इंदौर में आए तो 95% मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी से थे या वो उन कॉलोनियों से थे। तो उनको लगा कि यार ऐसा क्या है कि हम ही अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं, हिंदू कम्युनिटी इफेक्ट नहीं हो रही है। तो वो जो गैप है उसको वहां की पुलिस और वहां के जो पॉलिटिशियन है भर नहीं पा रहे थे, क्योंकि उनका उस पर ट्रस्ट नहीं था। जो मनीष सिंह है, जो अभी इंदौर कलेक्टर है, वो एंटी मुस्लिम माने जाते हैं, क्योंकि जब वो इंदौर के कमिश्नर थे उन्होंने कई मुस्लिम बस्तियों को मतलब स्मार्ट सिटी प्रोजेक्ट के तहत तबाह कर दिया था, रोड चौड़े करने के चक्कर में। और बड़ा तो मुस्लिम लोगों को उनमें ट्रस्ट नहीं था। फिर हम लोग आगे आए, हम लोगों ने वीडियोस जारी किए, डॉक्टर आनंद मोहन माथुर ने किए, जो सीनियर एक्टिविस्ट हैं, और भी कई शहर काजी हैं। तब जाके लोगों को एक ट्रस्ट बना कि नहीं, ये एक बीमारी है और इससे बचने के लिए लोगों को कोऑपरेट करना पड़ेगा। जब लोगों को ये समझ में आया धीरे धीरे, तब तक बहुत देर हो चुकी थी। उसके बाद जो क्वारंटाइन हाउस हैं जो हम शहर के बाहर बनाए गए थे, अधिकतर मैरिज हॉल को अधिकृत किया गया था। तो वहां पर जो पुलिस कांस्टेबल्स वगैरह हैं, उन्होंने जब उनको भेजा तो उनके साथ ऐसा व्यवहार कर रहे थे जैसे वो अपराधी हों, कि कहीं दंगे में या कोई अपराध करके आए हो। उनको कुछ बताया नहीं गया, उनको एजुकेट नहीं किया गया कि तुमको कैसे रहना है। उनको दूर दूर रहना है, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग करनी है। उसके बजाय नमाज होती थी तो वो सब साथ जाते थे। खाना आया घर से तो सब साथ में बैठ के खाते थे, जैसे जेल में होता है यूजुअली। जब जेल में एक कम्युनिटी के लोग पहुंच जाते हैं तो जब घर से खाना आता है तो वो सब मिल बांट के खाते हैं। तो उसी तरीके से वो करने लगे और उसके कारण एक या दो जो पॉजिटिव थे, उनसे पूरा जो क्वारंटाइन हाउस के जो 20-25 लोग हैं पॉजिटिव।
Raj, that brings me to my next question as our producers pull up the graphic again of what is the situation in Madhya Pradesh. You know, there's another niggling concern that bothers me, Raj, and I wonder whether we are looking at a class bias even when it comes to dealing with this corona pandemic. Look at what he says. Because there was an IS officer, that IS officer could have gotten away with it. Well, fine. So no questions being raised against that IS officer. But when it comes to some poor person, when it comes to this, migrant labor, look at how all of us jump into it. So do I take this point that one of the principal reasons for this massive growth, even if I go by your point of Madhya Pradesh being an aberration, do I go by this, that maybe there is a class bias when it comes to dealing with this corona pandemic?
That is the truth. Whether we like it or not, we want to admit it or not, that is the truth. The fact is, this virus has come from outside of the country. It's been brought in by people who are above a certain, I wouldn't say rich. Economic strata. Yeah. So that bias is there, and that will continue no matter what you do. India is a country but it is, and I don't blame people because you're scared. At least one of the things which the Delhi chief minister did, which I thought was a very good idea, of telling people, okay, if you're willing to pay, you can go and stay in a hotel. You can have the basic comforts, because it's also a question of the quality of quarantine facility that you have. You can't just take everybody and put them, if they're not used to a certain standard. I mean, let me speak for myself tomorrow. God forbid, I will want to go to a quarantine place which has got certain basic amenities. I'm not saying I want a 5-star hotel, right? But basic facility. But some of the pictures that came of certain quarantine facilities, I don't know whether they were fake or true. You don't know nowadays what is true and what is fake, but it scares you. You'll say, "Mere ko quarantine nahi, mere ko."
But I think this is different from the question you were asking, Bhupendra, about are the elite getting away with it more than
That's what I want to know, Suchitra. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I think definitely they are, because look at what was made of this Tablighi Jamaat conference. And at the same time, there was one Andhra Pradesh minister's daughter who had a, gathering for 500 people. So it was not just class, but also I think there was a certain communal bias that was unnecessarily spread, which I didn't believe was correct, because there were enough people erring. It was not just it was not just one side of it. And also what he was saying about this this elitist thing. For example, in Bombay, a large part of the daily wage workers, like the cleaners and the all of them, they they decided to stop coming for work even before lockdowns, even before the prime minister decided. And their thing was like, हमें आप अमीर लोगों की बीमारी नहीं चाहिए, which was very valid. So even before the
And you know what is even more troubling, and Sudha Sadanand is on my Facebook feed, and she's raising this question. While this is in straight response to what you're saying, that are
yeah.
they really getting away with it? Sudha says, what about the Kumaraswamy wedding today? You know, H.D. Kumaraswamy.
That happened today, I think. Yes.
Oh
It
my
just
God.
happened today.
See,
You know,
these people should be arrested. People who are violating and putting everyone, all else of us in danger. These people should be arrested. Whether they're ministers, whether they're, whatever. These people should be arrested, because you cannot impose such hard rules on one, such strict, stringent rules on one section of the country. And then these guys, by what privilege do they think those rules do not apply to them? Where rules fail, tyranny rules. And these kind of guys, these kind of people who are flaunting the rules or disobeying the rules, they are creating their own kind of tyranny.
Archana Dalmia is on my Facebook feed as well, and she's agreeing with what you're saying, Suchita. Disgusting and disturbing is the sentiment being echoed by Archana Dalmia. So, well,
And these ministers, why are, if somebody is flaunting the rules, if somebody's, if they're if the policeman can take sticks and beat people on the streets, why can't they go and beat that bloody minister when he's having that ceremony? I'm sorry, that's how it needs to be dealt with, because they are doing something extremely wrong, and they should be put behind bars.
So रोहित भाई, ये बताइए रोहित भाई कि
जी,
आप तो चलिए, आप ऊपर वाले की दया से आप सकुशल आप बाहर आ गए, लेकिन मुझको ये बताइए, एक को जब आप इस तरीके के सवाल देखते हैं जो मैं उठा रहा हूं यहाँ पर, कि there is a bias maybe on the economic front or whatever, आपने अपने जीवन में ये जो आपके 14-15 दिन का जो आपका जो सफर गुजरा, what is the change that you're going to bring, that you think you should bring, in your life? Is there any change, or you believe कि ठीक है, वायरल हो गया था, फ्लू हो गया था, well मैं आ गया बाहर में?
देखिए, as you people don't know, I have a medium scale industry. I have a couple of medium scale industries which I run. Economical impact is there for everybody. But your question was rather different. Sorry, मैं question ही भूल गया. I was trying.
मैं बस आपसे ये पूछ रहा था कि what is it? What is the change? क्योंकि I can understand, मगर आप बहुत आपको हंसता हुआ देखने मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि what is the change that you're going to bring?
कोरोना ने आपको सिखाया क्या?
I understood the question. देखिए, कोरोना ने एक बहुत जरूरी चीज सिखाई जो मैं नहीं फॉलो करता था, आप लोग जरूर करते होंगे. देखिए, जब परेशानी होती है तो परेशानी के अंदर सबसे पहले याद आते हैं माता पिता और भगवान. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. एंड भगवान जब याद आए तो मुझे किसी ने कुछ महामृत्युंजय जप भेजा. तो आई ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू थिंक कि महामृत्युंजय जप तब बोला जाता है जब आदमी चल बसता है या जाने वाला होता है. प्लीज डोंट टेक मी रॉन्गली, आई एक्चुअली ऑलवेज थॉट दैट. तो मैंने जब वो महामृत्युंजय जप पढ़ने की कोशिश करी तो मुझे शर्म आ गई. शर्म इसलिए आ गई कि शिवजी भगवान बोलेंगे कि रोहित दत्ता बेटे, तू आज तक कहाँ था? फैक्ट्री तू जाता था, पार्टी तू जाता था, मॉल तू जाता था, मूवीज तू देखता था, सब कुछ करता था. मेरा टाइम तो तेरे को नहीं आया अभी तक याद. सो दैट मैम, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, वो जो गिल्ट, वो जो शर्म आई ना, उसने चेंज ये किया कि अब एटलीस्ट मैं रोज पूजा करता हूँ 5-10 मिनट. उधर डिसाइड किया. नंबर 2, देखिए बाकी अगर जान है तो जहान है. all these things can be taken care of at a later stage also. It is a balance sheet for life.
Raj, may I ask you a final question, Raj?
Yeah.
As a society, look at what Rohit is saying, that he's got his lessons. Do you think as a society, is this corona pandemic going to change the way we think, Raj? The way we are?
Definitely. I think it'll change. There is going to be an era which was pre-corona and there's one post-corona. I think post-corona, life is never going to be normal. It's never going to be the same.
VC and AC, yeah.
Yeah, it'll change. And I agree with Rohit when he says, "Jaan hai to jaan hai," and the Prime Minister said that. But I agree on one thing. This is the balance sheet of life. I like his statement. The balance sheet of life. You have to, this flattening the curve. You don't want a situation like Singapore where everything was hunky-dory and again they had to go down for a lockdown. You don't want that kind of scenario. You have to finish this once and for all. There will be a pain for everybody, but you can't do this in, you can't be, what do you say, ad hoc decisions. Somebody has to sit, think this through. talk to all the state chief ministers and have a very, very, very solid plan and share that plan with the public saying, this is the plan, this is the roadmap, this is how we plan to go about it. Right now, half the time, you don't even know that the numbers that are coming are true or false.
All right. Raj, Nayak,
I hope that this brings about a change in apathy. In it, it changes people's apathy. It changes people's ignorance. It makes people develop a conscience. It puts some kind of governance and responsibility in place, accountability in place. So I definitely hope that this really works for the better. I mean, you don't have to lose a
well,
life.
I hope so too. I hope so too. And let me
I
just
think this will hopefully, and I'm a dreamer, so I hopefully believe that the world will become a better place. I think people have realized there's more to life. And I think, like Suchitra just said, empathy, compassion, I think, and moral conscience, I think this will play a big role post-corona.
Okay, to all of you, Suchitra, Rohit, Raj, Rashid, and Anandji, thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining us.
you.
Thank you.
Lovely to have spoken to all of you and have got this lovely rounded view. The truth is this, that I think Raj is absolutely right. Things are not going to be the same again. Things are not the same with me, which is why
Video on
from viewpoint to talk to Bhupen, from TV studio to, well, a Zoom studio to begin with. And who knows what next? Who knows what next? There's Suchitra. We can finally see Suchitra right towards the
Yeah,
end.
because I wasn't sure of, because I'm on a laptop. So then to hold it up all the time.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. You look as lovely as ever, Suchitra. All the very best. Stay well, and stay safe.
Benderji,
Rohit.
one more thing, actually, we need
Thank
to
you.
understand. The world needs to understand, especially India, that we were too much dependent on China for our raw materials. Even though if the government has to lose 200-300 lakh crores also, which is just one scam in India.
Business की बात नहीं करेंगे ना. अब business आप तो देखिए इतनी अच्छी
Business की नहीं कर
Another
रहा.
show. That's another show.
Why are you talking back about business, Rohit bhai? Let's let business away. Let's keep business away.
I think the whole point of Corona, at some point, if it makes people realize that life is more important than economy and profit, then
100%.
that itself would be a victory.
Well said. Well
Yeah.
said.
Well said. Okay, on that note, life should not be just about profit, and I agree with you. It should not be about profit. It should be about supporting the right causes. Well, we all can think in terms of giving each other a helping hand. Thank you so much. 8 o'clock, make sure on your calendars, you've got this broadcast time right. 8 p.m. daily is when Talk to Bhupen is live on all your social media streams on all your devices. Thank you so much. Stay well, all of you. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.